Hello everybody, and welcome to the weekly vlog where I talk about topics in relation to the channel and to video games in general. This week I'm going to be actually talking about a new type of video which I'm currently working on, along with basically what I've been playing this week. Basically I've been trying out something new when it comes to videos. I decided to try out doing more of a walkthrough than just a let's play, because with let's play you're taking everything in and you're recording everything, whilst with a walkthrough you're just really trying to get the basics across as to like your next point of progression throughout the game and things like that. And I want to do it a little bit differently, because generally a lot of walkthroughs are done in the same way that a let's play is done, and they keep in absolutely everything. Whilst I want to do it where I edit out those bits and just get to the parts that are progression. That way you're not there waiting for how long till they get to the part that I'm at, that I'm currently stuck at, and things like that. I just want to do things a little bit differently, I suppose you could say, and it's just something that I'm basically trying at the moment and sort of working around. The game that I'm doing it on at the moment is 5 Days a Stranger, which is a horror adventure game. It was actually made by Yahtzee Croshaw. It was his first game in the Chazot mythos, and the reason I chose that was because it was a shorter game, and I wanted to start with something that's relatively short and sort of work with that, and then see how that turns out, and then work from there as to whether I'm liking the idea, as to whether I'll continue using the idea or not. It's just something that I'm probably going to do like in my spare time. So the way that I have it kind of working with it is that I go from one point and then I go to the next part that you have to use to progress, and then I go jump to the next part to progress, and basically just do that through the entire game to the point that, to where you finish it, and also while cutting out all the bits that aren't necessary to the actual progression of the game, because that way I could probably stick it all into one video, which would be about 20-30 minutes long at most, as opposed to something like an hour to an hour and a half video, which it would be if I just literally kept in everything. And I'm just going to basically commentate on what you need to do at this moment in time, and things like that. Like I've got my book here, and I've literally written it step by step by step what exactly I have to do, and things like that, and just literally that's the way it's going to be. It's just going to be like a step by step by step guide as to how to progress throughout the game. And it's just kind of a test at the moment. I'm not really sure if I'm going to keep doing it or anything like that right now, but it's just something I want to do on the side, just see how it goes. If people like the idea, if people like how it works, fine, I might do a few more of them. Or if someone wants me to do a walkthrough for a specific game, I'll have a look and see what I can do, or whatever. So yeah, I mean, it's just a new idea that I have, just seeing pretty much how that works out, and just sort of work around it and try and make it as different as I can from your standard walkthrough video, because generally walkthroughs are just like playthroughs, or you might occasionally get one where someone's doing a bit of commentary, but again, they're just recording the entire thing, as opposed to just doing a sort of step by step to progression and things like that. It's just something, I just thought I'd try it out, see how it goes. If people like it, I might do a few more. If not, then it doesn't really matter. But yeah, I've still got other ones in the works as well, which I'm hoping I'll be getting somewhere with very shortly, to the point that I can start uploading them anyway. So I'll talk more about them as it gets closer to the time that they'll be ready to basically upload. Apart from that, yeah, games I've been playing this week. I've just started the last chapter of Penumbra, which is Requiem, which is essentially a expansion to the end of Black Plague. And to be honest, I haven't really been mad about it. I'm a bit kind of disappointed with it, actually, to be honest, would probably be the best way to describe it. The reason being is that they've kind of taken out the survival horror aspects of it, and it's turned into literally a level by level puzzle game, as opposed to the survival horror that Penumbra 1 and Episode 1 and 2 were. Like, there's no enemies in there, there's nothing kind of vaguely like what Penumbra is. Like, there's no backstory, there's no like documents that you find lying around the place leading to backstory, there's very little there. It's literally just going from one level to another and just solving the puzzle, get the keys, get out. Solve puzzle, get keys, get out. Solve puzzle, get keys, get out. That's basically what the game is, and it, to be honest, I'm playing it to the end just for the sake of having a complete let's play of it, but I'm not particularly enjoying it. I'll be honest. I find it boring. I just find it to be nothing more than a puzzle game with a Penumbra name and an atmosphere to it. But there's nothing there. It's just it doesn't even feel like Penumbra. It's not a great game. I'm not enjoying it at all, really. You know, I'm sort of enjoying it, but I think that's more forcefully enjoying it than anything else. I'm not particularly, I don't like it like I did with Overture and Black Plague. I don't know what happened. I don't know why they went and made that decision, but yeah, I haven't really been enjoying it, and I can't really recommend it. I mean, the first two, yeah, they're brilliant. Definitely play them, but if it was a case that I didn't get it in the collection, and I didn't and I got all three for one price, I would be quite outraged, to be honest. I would not be a happy bunny if I had to pay for Requiem separate. I wouldn't be very happy about it at all. I would, because it's very, very disappointing. But yeah, I think I'm near enough to the end of it now, and it's alright. It's boring. I find it boring. I don't find, like, the puzzles are a little bit sort of, they're tough in places, but they're kind of silly as well at the same time. Some of them are a little bit silly. It's, as I said, it's like Penumbra and Amnesia, but without the horror, or without the survival horror, or without the backstory or anything like that. I'm not really enjoying it, to be to be honest with you. And then apart from that, I've been playing 5 Days a Stranger, as I said, because I'm doing the walkthrough for it. And as I said, it's made by Yahtzee Croshaw, who is a gaming journalist. By career, he does the video series Zero Punctuation, where he reviews games for The Escapists. He's also a published author of the books Mogworld and Jam. But he's also made quite a few games over the years, like, and 5 Days a Stranger was the first of his Chisol Mythos horror adventure series. The game itself centralizes around a character called Trilby, who is a cat burglar, and he gets trapped in this house with others, and one by one they start getting picked off, and they can't escape the house, they can't break windows, they can't do anything. The house has them literally trapped, and you have to basically solve the mystery and try and escape. It's a really, really good game. It's really well thought out. The story's interesting enough as well. The puzzles are pretty decent. Like, they're not completely head-wrecking, but at the same time there can be a little bit of thought put into them, and I think that's quite an enjoyable game. The only problem I've had with it so far is just getting it to record. But apart from that, it works perfectly fine. I think I'm just going to have to find a new software that'll record the older games like that, because it was made on the AGS program or engine, which is the Adventure Game Studio, which was actually used to make the Cat Lady, actually, believe it or not. But yeah, it just won't pick it up. Fraps won't pick it up. Bandicam won't pick it up. Bandicam will pick up the sound, but it won't pick up the picture, the actual video side of it. So yeah, that's the only thing that's sort of slowing me down with getting my first proper walkthrough out. As I said, that I'm experimenting with, but hopefully that will be resolved over the next week or two. I'll find something that I'll be able to use with it, because people have done it. Because people have done Let's Plays of it, so obviously there is a way of doing it. I just have to figure it out. But yeah, you can check it out. You can, if you check, even if you just Google it, actually, you should be able to find it. You're able to get the complete collection just in one. They're completely free. That you get the entire Jusou Mythos, which is 5 Days of Stranger, 7 Days of Skeptic, 6 Days of Sacrifice, Trilby's Notes is another one, and then there's one more, and I can't think the name of it off the top of my head. But yeah, you can get them all in one big bundle and just download them all together, and then you can just play through them. But they're well worth it. They're a lot of fun, and the fact that you can play them for free, well, you can get them for free. It doesn't cost anything to even play them. It's absolutely brilliant. You should really check it out if you like adventure games and things like that. But yeah, I'm going to leave it here for this week, for this vlog. Next week I'll be doing my usual vlog, but I'll also be doing something else. I think I'm going to talk about the difference between Penumbra and Amnesia, and basically the strength and weaknesses of both games, because despite them being similar in many regards, they each have their very different strengths and weaknesses, and it's just something that I want to sort of talk about and things like that. But I'll be doing that alongside next week's vlog, so it's going to be kind of like 2 vlogs in one, I suppose you could say. There will be 2 separate videos, of course, but it'll be like getting 2 vlogs in 1 week. So I'm going to leave it here for this vlog, and I'll see you in next week's one. So thank you very much for watching, guys. I hope you've enjoyed it, and as always, I'll see you in the next one. Thank you, and have fun.